Welcome to the Unraveling Scriptures channel. Canaan is among the biblical figures for whom there is often limited information and few available videos discussing his life, journey, old age, and descendants. Information is often scarce and little known. However, in this video, I will delve into details about the later stage of his life, his wife, the 11 children, and other curiosities related to this ancient biblical personality whose lineage is associated with Ham. Therefore, I invite you to watch another video from the channel, where we will explore the lesser-known aspects of Canaan's life. The mysteries of Canaan's life, the story revealed as never before. According to the account in the book of Jubilees, Canaan, the son of Ham, invaded one of the lands designated for the descendants of Shem, thus disobeying the original territorial division. He established his residence in that region with his sons and daughters, along with his wife. This action involved not respecting the portion of land assigned to the Semites, descendants of Shem, and did not belong to the descendants of Canaan or Canaan himself. Successive generations transmitted an ancient tradition, a narrative that persists over time, about the wife of Canaan, exploring her identity and the nature of the woman who married Canaan, the cursed grandson of Noah. According to the account of an ancient Persian historian, recorded by Muhammad ibn Jarir al-Tabari in 915, an ancient tradition reveals that Canaan's wife was named Arsel, the daughter of Batuil, who in turn was the son of Tiras. Remarkably, this Tiras is identified as the son of Japheth. According to this tradition, Canaan would have married a granddaughter of Tiras and a great-granddaughter of Japheth, a woman from the descent of Japheth. As for Canaan's offspring with his wife, as recorded in the biblical narrative, Canaan had approximately 11 sons, and from these sons, 11 tribes or peoples originated. The first of them was Sidon, who gave rise to the Sidonians, a Canaanite tribe also known as Phoenicians over time. The Sidonians established their own ancient city, in addition to Sidon. Also part of our narrative is Canaan's second son, Heth. He, as the second son of Canaan, played the role of the father of the Hittites, constituting one of the Canaanite tribes. Often, people lack comprehensive knowledge of all the Canaanite peoples or the various tribes that made up this civilization. Heth, in this context, represented one of the Canaanite tribes, specifically the Hittites, who not only resided in Canaan but also settled in Mesopotamia, alongside the Amorites, a topic that will be further explored later. The third son of Canaan, born to his wife, was Jebusite, who became the father and founder of one of the Canaanite peoples. Initially, this people inhabited the area we now know as Jerusalem, formerly called by the original inhabitants, the Jebusites. The biblical text itself confirms this, indicating that the original name of Jerusalem was, in fact, Jebus, a name derived from the Jebusites, thanks to this son of Canaan who gave rise to this ancient tribe. The fourth son of Canaan, known in the Bible for the people or tribe he originated in the ancient Middle Eastern region, corresponding to the territories of Israel and Palestine, was Amorite. This son of Canaan gave rise to the ancient Amorites, also called Amorites. The Amorites were descendants of Canaan. One of the kings that the Israelites faced before entering the land of Israel was Sihon, the Amorite king who ruled over this people and was a direct descendant of Canaan. The fifth tribe, descended from Canaan and his wife, was the Canaanite tribe known as the Girgashites, whose correct name is Girgashites. Girgash was the fifth son of Canaan and also the progenitor of this tribe. Although many people read Girgashite, the precise term is Girgashites. The sixth son of Canaan was known as Hivite, being the ancestor of the Canaanite tribe of the Hivites. This tribe inhabited the ancient region that corresponded, in antiquity, to Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, a part of Jordan, and a portion of Syria. The Hivites were, therefore, a Canaanite tribe that, like their predecessors mentioned earlier, became enemies and rivals of the ancient Israelites, facing them at various moments. The seventh son of Canaan, Archite, was the progenitor of a Canaanite tribe, the Archites, who often came into conflict with Israel and fought against the Israelite Semites. Archite, one of Canaan's sons, gave rise to the Archites or Archites, a lineage that descended from him. Although people are accustomed to reading in the Bible about Israel confronting the Canaanite tribes, it is important to note that in history and the Bible, it is not always emphasized that many Semitic peoples did not maintain good relations with the Canaanites. Despite Israel fighting, and warring against the Canaanites, resulting in some cases in their near eradication, this relationship is often not emphasized. The history of the Canaanites is intrinsically linked to a period of tensions and confrontations that echo through the centuries, recorded in biblical narratives and archaeological evidence. Central to this narrative is the conflict between the Canaanites and the Israelites, which played a crucial role in shaping the identities of these ancient peoples. According to biblical accounts, the Israelites, led by figures such as Joshua, undertook an invasion of the land of Canaan. This narrative, particularly prominent in the book of Joshua, describes notable events such as the fall of the walls of Jericho, a prominent Canaanite city. The episodes narrated in these stories not only shaped the biblical perception of the conquest of the Promised Land, but also influenced the cultural and religious vision of the Israelites. Historical analysis of these events is challenging, as biblical accounts offer a theological and, in some cases, symbolic perspective, while archaeological evidence provides a more tangible, although sometimes fragmented, view of life in antiquity. Archaeologists have discovered remains of burned and destroyed Canaanite cities, suggesting violent conflicts that could be consistent with biblical narratives. The reasons behind these conflicts are multifaceted. Competition for resources, the search for territory and cultural factors played crucial roles. Furthermore, the religious divergence between the Canaanites, who worshipped a panoply of gods, and the Israelites, who embraced monotheism centered on Yahweh, was also a point of tension. Nevertheless, one Canaanite tribe that did not participate in battles or wars was the tribe of the Sinites. According to ancient traditions, Sin, the son of Canaan, was an ancestor of some Asian peoples, such as the Chinese, Indonesians, Filipinos, among others. When Joshua and his spies surveyed the Canaanite peoples, they did not notice the presence of this tribe, possibly because the Sinites did not inhabit the land of Canaan at that time. In addition to Sin, Canaan had another son named Arvadite or Arvad, who gave rise to another Canaanite tribe known as the Arvadites. This tribe, a direct descendant of Canaan, faced the Israelites in various wars and battles in antiquity. Furthermore, there was the 10th son of Canaan named Zemarite, one of Canaan's descendants. Zemarite was the ancestor of the Canaanite tribe known as the Zemarites, who also inhabited the famous land of Canaan, a region abundant in milk and honey. As for the 11th son of Canaan, which in total amounted to 11 sons, Canaan also had a son named Hamath. Hamath gave rise to the Hamathites, a Canaanite tribe that resided in the land of Canaan and faced the Israelites in various wars and battles. There is a debate about the origin of the Canaanites, as many rabbis claim that, being Hamites, they were black. However, the truth is that the ethnicity of the Canaanites was diverse. Initially, they were similar to the Cushites, Mizrahites, and also akin to the descendants of Put, that is, they were black. However, due to traditions and studies indicating that each of them married a great-granddaughter of Japheth, their descendants were born mixed, resulting in a diverse Canaanite population. Originally, not all Canaanites were black, but rather a mixture of ethnicities influenced by interactions with the peoples of the Aegean Sea. The Phoenicians, for example, extensively traveled to this region and intermingled with the local inhabitants. As for the end of Canaan's life, there is no information or ancient traditions about his death, but it is likely that he lived a long life, perhaps up to 450 to 500 years, witnessing successive generations of his family. The story of Canaan concludes without details about his death, but he likely enjoyed a long and rich life, witnessing the growth of his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on. I appreciate everyone who has watched until now, and I hope this video has been informative and enriching about this mysterious character from the scriptures. If you've watched this far, comment if you already knew that Canaan's wife was Japhethite, and also leave your suggestion for other rarely explored characters from the scriptures that you would like a video about. God bless. See you soon.